All right, now look, we're gonna be serious for a moment here, okay? We have a woman Skyping in. She's running for Congress.
What?
She's running for Congress in Colorado, and we like her because, from what I can tell, she wants to win the seat, get into the Colorado Senate, and then wrestle Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez in Jell-O or pudding. And that would be fun to watch because she's a lovely woman.
This is basically why I moved to this country.
That's why you came down from Canada. This is how we stay one step ahead of the Japs who are jamming themselves into subway cars.
Not Jell-O wrestling.
Not Jell-O wrestling.
Actually, they probably are quite a bit.
Are they?
Oh, yeah.
Well, let's get her on.
Heels and stuff.
Please welcome Lauren Boebert, everyone. Lauren Boebert. Lauren, thank you for Skyping into our silly little show. I actually did some research and read about you, and I am in love with what you are doing. I am a conservative here in the lovely state of New York, and I love that you seem to be running against, I guess, to take the seat of your guy Tipton out there. Talk to me.
Well, I guess him and I can't Jell-O wrestle, so I'm going to have to save that for AOC.
Yes.
I mean, I'm just really tired of Republicans in name only who sit in office and warm a seat, and I'm ready to take action. So I'm going to win Colorado's 3rd Congressional District, and I'm going to D.C., baby.
That's awesome. Now, you own I believe you own a bar, a grill called Shooters over there?
Yes, Shooters Grill in Rifle, Colorado.
It's in Rifle, Colorado.
Like rifle?
Yeah.
Like Rifle.
Yeah.
Like a Western surveyor was coming through our area, and he stopped there to eat his lunch and went on his way, and then he realized he left his rifle leaning up against a tree, so he marked an X on the map and put Rifle so he would remember where he left it.
And that's how the town. See, that's so cool. There's a town here in New York called Smithtown. I don't know if I don't know if you know this, and I bet AOC doesn't. So when you're in Congress, you can tell her this and say you don't even know your own state. It's called Smithtown because there was a guy named John Smith who rode a bull around he said, I'm going to ride this bull, and wherever it rides around, that's going to be the town. And that is how it became named Smithtown.
Bull Ride Town.
No, Bull Ride Town didn't fit on the sign. You're embarrassing me in front of
Congresswoman.
And every year the rival school paints the balls on the bull red. Did you know that? That's what they do. All right, back to you. So you're running for Congress, and I was listening to an interview you recently did, and I loved it because it seems like you really because we have to deal with AOC all the time here, but it seems like she was really the trigger point for you to say, look, if this broad, and forgive me, but that's just what I call her sometimes, if this broad thinks she can run a Congress, can be a congresswoman, I'll show you how it's done. It seems like you really have a problem with some of the stuff she's doing like we do.
I do. I am tired of this progressive socialist narrative that is running rampant through our country. I am a mother of 4 boys.
Nice shooting, Tex.
Yeah, I have worked too hard to raise them right.
Yeah.
Or me to send them into a left nation.
Well, here's my question for you, Lauren. Obviously, you're pro-guns, right? So why aren't you worried your kids are going to shoot up a school? Because obviously, the second anyone owns a gun, the kids shoot up the school, right? Because it's not parenting that keeps you from shooting up a school. It's just the fact that you own a gun. Am I right?
Well, if you listen to CNN, you are absolutely right. I'm in Virginia right now, and I was at the largest failed white supremacy rally ever because, I mean, we had people of every nation and every creed with firearms right there in Virginia. And, really the only division that I saw was from the Democrats and their cage that they put around the People's House at the Capitol.
Well, it's incredible. Someone was even saying that on a show I did earlier because I'm not smart enough to realize this, but it's like this is how they go after the president. They're like, well, he's a racist, and he's not. Yeah. But they say it and it doesn't catch on. So what they do is they just one-up it. They're like, well, no one's getting offended when we say he's a racist. So they're like, well, he's a white supremacist. And we had 2 guys on the show, the Hodge twins, hilarious black comics, and they're like, we're black. We've never seen white supremacists, But if you're at a gun rally and people of every race, the CNN will be like, let's just focus on the 3 whitest people with a gun, and say this is the entire rally. So
they're white supremacists.
And they're white supremacists.
They're white.
Yeah.
They're not.
So you're out to change that narrative, obviously. False narrative, excuse me.
Yes, but my boys, they know how to handle a firearm. They're trained with them. They know that It can cause harm. So they're careful with it. They're cautious. And I think if we train our children how to use firearms, how to be around them, how to handle them, then we're not going to have the issues that we see. And really, in Rifle, when we started carrying guns at Shooter's Grill, all the waitresses, our customers didn't care because they had guns too. It was the rest of America who were like,
yeah,
The servers carry.
I'm so dumb.
guns?
I forgot. Yeah, ask. By the way, this is my good friend Danny.
I'm from Canada.
Yeah, ask, we like him anyway, sweetie. Go on.
So the servers at your restaurant carry guns,
yes.
like just handguns.
Yes, just handguns. I mean, we would bring our AKs, but we have plates to carry.
Do you know
Come
if there's any sort of correlation between them carrying guns and getting higher tips?
on. Yes, there is.
I mean, I would probably give a pretty good tip if the server had a fucking gun.
Yeah, Figs is a terrible tipper. He's notoriously a terrible tipper.
I want to post your video on my website. You can't be talking like that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I gotta share this.
Here's something else that I wanted to bring up that really, and it really caught my ear, and I love it because I say a similar thing, but I'm not running for Congress because I'm lazy and tell dick jokes. But you said it. It's like you said you basically when Trump, you love how Trump is crashing the system, so to speak. Like when Trump got elected, I'm not a political guy, but I said this. They're like he's never been a politician. I'm like, yes, the system is broken. We need to ride it into the ground. Please speak. I interrupted you, Lauren.
Which topic are we talking on now? We're talking about
How you believe Trump is crashing the system. I'm sorry.
I am ready to disrupt this narrative right alongside of him. And that's exactly what needs to be gone. We need to be going in like a wrecking ball, destroying this progressive socialist narrative that is destroying our country. And we need to get back to the foundation because the foundation is good. The Constitution is good. It doesn't need to be rewritten. It needs to be reread and retaught.
And now closer to home, Tipton, your boy, he's the complete opposite of that. He's been in House. You said he's running for his fourth term, and he's one of those career politicians. He's running for his fifth. Or are you waving hi? I'm kidding. He's running for his fifth term, and he's one of those politicians you would say that he's just a career politician. He's sitting there in his chair, and he's like, oh, I'm on this committee, and you're like, you're not leading any committees. You're just showing up being like, yeah, I'm on 5 committees. I'm really busy working for your vote.
Well, that's not even what he says. He says that he's on committees and Maxine Waters is directing the ship and there's nothing we can do about it. I'm like, open your mouth, get loud, get aggressive. Let's do something.
Let's get loud.
Yeah,
that's a show on our network. I'm sorry, I'm being silly. So that's great. So yeah, and I know Tipton is also a Republican like you, but you need to take that seat from him so you can reinvigorate the Republican voice so much so to speak in your state there.
Yes, when we have Republicans granting amnesty to 1 million illegal immigrants and then giving $1 billion taxpayer dollars to them for their housing, that's a problem. If my opponent had ran a campaign saying, I will vote for amnesty, he would not be our congressman right now.
Yeah, it seems like he's kind of ensconced in that seat, and it's the apathy of the voters after a while. They're like, yeah, it's Tipton, we'll just vote for him again. So I like what you're doing. You are kind of crashing the system there. It's like, look, let's just break it and start over. And I think that's what we're doing with this country, and I'm sorry, I fucking love it. I do.
It's like we're living in a shook up snow globe.
Is that it?
Yeah.
You can use that for a bumper sticker. Shook up snow globe. You know, Lauren, if you want to like get the Down syndrome vote. Stupid Canadian, you embarrass me. You embarrass me in front. I'm kidding. And so how long have you been running? You just announced your candidacy about a couple weeks ago. Forgive me if I got that wrong.
In December.
When?
December.
That's a couple weeks ago, right? That's 3 weeks ago. So okay, because we got other stuff to get to. And I know you're just working on the policies now. Do you have something you're leaning towards, like the main platform, the main thing you want to get behind with this rally, other than crash the system?
Well, obviously, I am a strong advocate for the Second Amendment, but I just love freedom, and I'm ready for people to get into office to secure the rights of Americans. We elect officials to secure our rights, and they're just selling them away to the highest bidder. I'm over it. There's a battle for the heart and soul of our country going on right now, and we need conservative values more than ever who will not cave to the other side, who will stand strong in what they believe. I'm not really interested in pushing forward policy. I want to limit government, give authority back to the people, put America first, and uphold President Trump and his policies and give him the support and backing that he deserves instead of tiptoe around him And maybe tiptoe.
Well, no, I couldn't agree more because it's like, and I just think it is. It's if you have a strong sense of loyalty and family values, like you said, you have 4 boys. Like I'm from a small family. But grew up on a farm in Jersey, and I have 1 brother, and I'm very close with my family. And I think like when you have your roots in that, you don't need your roots in the government and a government to police you and lead you and give you all this stuff. It's the same thing with work. And like you sit there, you're the owner of a bar. You've made your own fucking way. And yet people are like, yeah, we need to make sure that we, like, I just had to pay an $800 fine for not having health care fucking 2 years ago. And I just want to walk in to some funeral and be like, I will buy the casket for this fat fuck who didn't take care of themselves. I will give you $800 for a casket.
Language.
Jar for all your naughty words. I'm going to get rich right here. This is how I'm going to raise money for my campaign. I'm going to use the jar for you guys.
I just feel they give it an emphasis. You know what? I will send money. I'll tell you what. I will send $5 for every fuck. There you go. I threw you another 5 spot because we really do like you. Write that down. We'll count it. $5 for every F-bomb to your campaign. Where can I send that money? That's a segue, motherfuckers. Give her another 5. Give her another 5. I love this gal. Where are we sending the money?
KeepOurGuns.com. And let me tell you, if I got time.
Oh, you keep those guns, Lauren.
Yes. I got a little story about government dependency.
Okay.
I was raised in a Democrat home, and my mom believed those failed promises and those policies, and she thought she had to vote for Democrats to house us and to feed us and to make sure that we had proper health care. But because of that, we were raised limited and poor. And when we moved to the western slope of Colorado, and I got my first job at the Rifle McDonald's, and I brought my mom home that first paycheck, there was such a sense of pride and empowerment. And I just knew that there was a better way, that I could do a better job taking care of myself and my family than the government ever did. And so when my husband and I got together, we just strived for a better life, not dependent on the government. And we have developed a sense of community and embraced conservative values. And we don't look to the government for handouts. We don't need them. We can do a better job. And so when times get tough, we get tougher. And when we take risks, we take them big.
Let me tell you,
You got my vote. I'm Canadian.
Let me tell you,
can't vote.
if you cut out all the F-bombs, that's your platform right there. Like, I'm moving to Colorado and voting. That is fantastic. Where can they find you? What are the plugs? I cannot thank you enough for taking the time, Lauren Boebert, and I will send you that swear jar money, I promise. Where are we sending this stuff, Garrett? Can we put up the clip, the plug?
We need to go to keepourguns.com. And then since we have Canadians in the room,
just one
doesn't know, I am the Hell No Beto mom. So just when any of these left-wing lunatics rise up to say that they're going to take our rights, I will be there to tell them, hell no, you're not. When we have people trying to take our guns away, I will travel the distance with my Glock on my hip and look them in the eye and tell them, hell no.
Yeah. Don't come to Canada. They won't like that.
Lauren Boebert, everyone, I cannot thank you enough for taking the time. And let's check back in a month or two, see how it's going along, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you. There you go. I gotta send her money. I gotta send
Lauren
her money. There you go.
Vote for Lauren. Vote for America.
There you go. Keep our guns.